Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here with today's pregame report for Game 6 between the Edmonton Oilers and the Los Angeles Kings. The Oilers went into LA for Game 5, series tied at 2, and played their best game of the entire series. They took a 3-1 win away from the Kings at Crypto.com Arena, and now Edmonton has a chance for the 4th straight season to eliminate the Los Angeles Kings. And in the first 3 matchups between these two teams, Edmonton sealed the deal at home in Game 7 in 2022, on the road in 2023 in Game 6, and now, and then last year was at home in Game 5, 2024. This year, it is back at home for Game 6 for Edmonton. They did not have home ice advantage in this series, but because they were able to steal one in LA, now they do have home ice advantage. And if you're Edmonton, you want to get the job done right now. You want to get that job done tonight, but it is not going to be easy. The Los Angeles Kings, they have been a terrific team all season long, regular season, and the first few games of these playoffs, they have had control of this series, and they have let it slip through their fingers through a combination of incredibly poor coaching decisions from Jim Hiller and also not utilizing their lineup efficiently. A lot of top-heavy minute munchers for the Kings, and it's a lot of their veteran players. So if LA wants a chance to tie this series up and force a Game 7 back to LA, they're going to have to roll 4 lines, 6D, and they're going to have to play with desperation. If you end up enjoying this pregame report today, make sure to hit that like button. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe as we continue to produce daily content here on the Austin Hockey YouTube channel. And a friendly reminder, I will also be live doing commentary tonight on the channel at 8 p.m. local time in Alberta. I cannot wait for the game tonight. I am incredibly excited, but we have lots to talk about. We have the lineups to talk about. We have the stats so far in this series, the keys to the game, players to watch, and score prediction. Let me know all of your keys to the game, players to watch, and score prediction in the comments section below. The projected lineup for your Edmonton Oilers, I don't foresee anything major changing here. I really do think Chris Knoblauch is happy with his lines, and because of that performance in Game 5, I can't imagine him taking anyone out or replacing anybody. I really do think he's comfortable rolling with what he has. So in Game 5, the Oilers did mostly play Leon Draisaitl with Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman. Now, I still think Draisaitl on his own line should be the play for Edmonton, especially on home ice. You have that last change if you want to get Draisaitl and McDavid out against specific lines, during different moments, on icings, offensive zone draws, after penalty kills. That makes sense. But to play a whole game with Draisaitl with McDavid, either they're sheltering Draisaitl or McDavid because one of them might still be not 100%, or they're just trying to be that team that goes out there, they're trying to get that kill shot as early as possible, get an early lead, and then maybe push after that. But we'll have to see. Zach Hyman, of course, on that top line. The other night against the Kings, I think he had 10 hits, or he was credited with 10 hits. He had about 8 shots on goal. He was all over the blue paint. It is only a matter of time before Zach Hyman buries a couple here in this series. Hopefully it's tonight. I can feel it coming for Zach Hyman. He has been all over it for Edmonton, and his game, it's starting to ratchet up here in the postseason. On the second line, you have Vasily Podkolzin with Nugent Hopkins and Victor Arvidsson. Now, in Game 5, it was Matthias Janmark who was out there with Podkolzin and Arvidsson when Janmark scored the go-ahead goal and eventual game winner off of a shot by Arvidsson, and it was also assisted by Podkolzin. If Podkolzin and Victor Arvidsson can find any sort of offensive rhythm to their already very grindy physical forechecking game, that is absolutely massive for Edmonton. It just creates a ton of depth for this team. And of course, Nugent Hopkins centering the two of them. Nugent Hopkins, I've actually liked his game in the playoffs. He doesn't have a ton of points, but he is doing a lot of really good things when he's on the ice. The Oilers are doing a lot of good things when he's on the ice, and that is a good sign. On the third line, you'll have Evander Kane with Adam Henrique and Connor Brown. This line has been very underrated for Edmonton. Connor Brown has 2 goals in the playoffs. Adam Henrique has yet to score, but he has been all over it. He's had some good looks. Evander Kane has 2 goals as well, including the tying goal in Game 5, right as a power play expired. Evander Kane, as the series progresses, every game that he plays, the more comfortable he looks. He's getting faster. He's being harder to hit off the puck. He's getting it on the forecheck. He is being an absolute menace. And now after whistles, he's getting involved in scrums. He's getting that trash talking going with guys like Drew Doughty. And of course, he is just asserting his presence on the ice. This is what Oilers fans were hoping for before the playoffs started. His first couple of games looked a little shaky, but it takes a while to get that rust off. I imagine Kane, as long as Edmonton can find a way to win tonight, his game is going to get better and better, trending upwards the whole time throughout the postseason. Let's see if he can be an X factor and a difference maker tonight in front of the home crowd. Of course, on the fourth line, we'll have Trent Frederick with Matthias Janmark and Corey Perry, though don't be surprised to see Corey Perry get those few shifts every now and then up with McDavid and Draisaitl. He is a very smart player. He has a couple goals in the playoffs. He has been getting that net front power play time. If the Oilers are able to draw a couple power plays, look for Corey Perry to be on there. He is very effective as the net front presence. He had a couple opportunities to score in Game 5, puck just bouncing over his stick, just unable to lift the puck. Trent Frederick, he's another player, kind of like Evander Kane, where the more he's playing, the more comfortable he looks. I still think that ankle is bothering him. He still doesn't have a whole lot of agility. He's not good on those tight turns, and his straight line speed is not what I'm accustomed to seeing, at least not when he was with the Bruins, but he is getting better. He is getting more comfortable on the ice. He doesn't look like he's playing hesitant anymore. He has been banging bodies. He's had a few good opportunities offensively. He had a 2-on-1 the other night, just missed that far corner. If Trent Frederick can get his game going too, I mean, the Oilers are in pretty good shape right now. This forward group, when they are all clicking, we've seen how effective they are. They absolutely pumped the Los Angeles Kings the other night. They had 46 or 48 shots on goal, and they did not allow the LA Kings any room to sniff the offensive zone for any extended period of time. They're going to need that exact same effort, maybe even a better effort tonight if they don't want to have a Game 7 forced against them. Now, on defense, Nurse with Bouchard, though you may likely see Wallman with Bouchard, but I thought Nurse and Bouchard looked much better in Game 5 than they did in Game 4. On the second pair, Wallman and Klingberg. This has been the difference-making defense pair for Edmonton the last couple of games, especially in Game 5. Wallman and Klingberg together have been phenomenal. Jake Wallman, he leads the playoffs in plus-minus. Yes, not just the Oilers. He leads the playoffs in plus-minus. He is a +8 right now. And John Klingberg, he has been terrific. Yesterday, in the day after discussion, I talked at length about John Klingberg's impact on the ice, the good things that he's doing, keeping plays alive at the offensive zone blue line, skating pucks out of trouble, using his long reach to break up cross-ice passes. John Klingberg is having a very, very underrated series, and I think Jake Wallman is a huge part of that. They seem to be working really, really well together. Let's see if they can continue that success tonight. And then on the third pair, you'll have Kulak with Emberson, though there is an off chance that Troy Stecher gets into the lineup. I do think Troy Stecher is healthy and ready to go, but because the team is winning, head coaches in the NHL, rightly or wrongly, they usually don't change the winning formula up unless you're Jay Woodcroft for some reason, but he's not with the team anymore. We won't dwell on the past. I like just throwing shots at people every now and then. In goal, you will have Calvin Pickard with the start. Calvin Pickard has come into this series, and he has been the series saver for Edmonton. He is making the saves that they need him to make. He's making the saves he's supposed to make, and they're going to need him to do it again tonight. He had a terrific Game 5. He wasn't tested often, but when he was tested, he did make the saves that you're supposed to. In Game 4 in Edmonton, that comeback win for the Oilers in overtime, Calvin Pickard did not give up a single goal in the third period or obviously overtime. He has not given up a goal in the third period yet this series, and of course, that has to continue, and the Oilers have to take a lead into the third period. No more playing from behind with this team. The Los Angeles Kings, you're playing with too much fire if you get behind against them. Now, when it comes to the playoff stats here, the LA Kings, they have a record of 2-3. Their power play continues to rank first in the NHL. Penalty kill ranks 14th. Goals per game now ranks second, behind only the Edmonton Oilers. Goals against per game ranks 16th. Expected goals for percentage ranks 16th at 5-on-5. 38% expected goals at 5-on-5. The LA Kings have been getting absolutely torched when it comes to even strength, that 5-on-5 play. And this is what makes me a little bit more confident in Edmonton in tonight's matchup than maybe earlier in the series. The LA Kings earlier in the series, they were getting a ton of power play goals. And yes, their power play is still very dangerous, still very effective. However, the 5-on-5 play, there's only so much fire that they can play with before the dam eventually breaks. The Oilers were pushing and pushing, and if it was not for Darcy Kuemper in Game 5, that would have been an absolute blowout. If the Oilers play like they did in Game 5, and if the Kings play like they did in Game 5, I can't imagine the score being as close as that game was. The Oilers had to get an empty netter to seal it at 3-1. Edmonton is too good on offense. They have too many game breakers to give them that many looks, especially in the inner slot. They had 17 inner slot shots on the LA Kings netminder. That is outrageous. That is a playoff record since Sportlogic has been tracking it in 2016-17. The expected goals in the series also reflect how many chances Edmonton is getting. Eventually, they're going to find a way to produce past Darcy Kuemper here. The Kings have to lock things down defensively. LA's shooting percentage in all situations ranks 4th in the postseason, and their team save percentage ranks 9th. That obviously is climbing because of Darcy Kuemper's play. Now, the Edmonton Oilers, they rank 2nd on the power play. They rank 16th on the penalty kill. The kill is still not finding ways to get those saves, though the other night, that power play goal that the Kings scored, Kuzmenko, beautiful tip in front. Absolutely nothing Calvin Pickard could do. Goals per game, Edmonton is actually number 1 in the postseason in goals per game now. They rank 15th on goals against per game, not 16th. That graphic is wrong. They rank 15th. Expected goals at 5-on-5, the Oilers rank number 1 in the postseason, 62%. If they can find a way to have a game tonight like that, if the Oilers have another 5-on-5 performance of even 55% or higher in the expected goals department, I like Edmonton's chances to put at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 past Darcy Kuemper. Team shooting percentage ranks 8th, and team save percentage ranks 13th, though that save percentage is climbing because of Calvin Pickard's effort. Now, let's get to the keys to the game. Now, I have beaten a dead horse this whole series. It seems like every single key to the game for Edmonton, number 1 is always score the first goal. Tonight, I've reworded it. It's plant the seed of doubt. The earlier Edmonton can score in this game, get the lead, get the crowd into it, plant the seed of doubt against the LA Kings. It will become a mind battle for a lot of those Kings players who have been eliminated 3 straight postseasons. Could be a 4th, depending how this game goes. If the Oilers want the best chance to eliminate LA tonight at home, plant that seed of doubt as early as humanly possible. Number 2, feed off the home crowd. For the Edmonton Oilers, they have the loudest and greatest home fans in the entire NHL. Of course, I'm biased when I say that as an Oilers fan. Feed off of that home crowd energy. They are going to be loud. They are going to be absolutely bonkers tonight at Rogers Place. The Oilers, they are 2-0 at home, and even though the Kings were 2-0 before they lost at home, the Oilers, they have to take advantage of home ice here. They have to utilize all 4 lines. And number 3, foot on the gas. They have to have their foot on the gas pedal for full 60 minutes. They did it amazingly in Game 5. Can they sustain it? They've had their foot on the gas basically since the 3rd period of Game 4. Let's see how this continues. Are the Kings truly continuing to spiral downwards, or was the end of Game 4 and Game 5 a blip, and will the Kings find a way to rebound? For the LA Kings, number 1 key to the game for them, survive the opening 20 minutes. If the Los Angeles Kings can get out of the first period tied at minimum, if they are tied, their chances increase exponentially. They are a good second period team. They have been eating the Oilers alive in period 2s this series. Survive the opening 20 minutes. They have a chance to take the series back to LA. Number 2, special teams. The LA Kings continue to be really strong at their special teams, especially the power play. No idea what the penalties are going to look like tonight. I imagine each team is probably going to get 1 or 2 power plays. When it comes to elimination games, they usually don't call too many penalties unless it is crazy, super obvious, but it is NHL officiating. I don't talk about it on the channel because it's bad everywhere, but if the Kings get at least 1 or 2 power plays, they're going to have to make Edmonton pay. And number 3, key to the game, Darcy Kuemper. Now, this goes a couple different ways. Number 1, limit the amount of chances against Darcy Kuemper so that he is not worn out, and allow Darcy Kuemper to keep you in the game as well. You have to rely on him, but you can't rely on him too much, if that makes sense, Kings fans. Now, my players to watch in this game for the Edmonton Oilers, Mattias Janmark has turned into an absolute playoff stud. Just like last year, he already has 2 goals in the playoffs. He had the game winner in Game 5. Keep an eye on Matthias Janmark. And then for the Los Angeles Kings, I'm going with Alex Laferriere, another bottom 6 player for the Kings. He has actually had a ton of ozone time. He has looked fast. He's been dangerous. He only has 1 assist in 5 games, but he has been noticeable. That's a player, in my opinion, that is due to have a bit of a breakout and potentially pot one past Calvin Pickard tonight. Now, speaking of popping one past Calvin Pickard, what is my score prediction? What are we going with today, Oil Country and Kings fans? I'm going with the homer bias once again. Game 6, I think the Oilers are going to wrap things up. I'm going to say 4-3 Oilers in regulation with the smiley face, of course. That is my prediction. However, there's a lot of hockey to play. I'm excited for the game tonight. I hope to see many of you at the live stream. If you enjoyed today's pregame report, smash the like button. And if you really liked it, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Come hang out tonight during the live stream. We are going to have so much fun. I cannot wait to see you all there. As always, Kings fans, Oilers fans, I hope you have a wonderful day. Tell someone that you love them. And as always, fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. Let's wrap this thing up tonight. Let's go.